Those are all the pieces of the hair that he took out from Real's hair. That shit had me weak. Like, how do you take somebody's hair one by one, piece by piece? Honestly, how many hair I think Real had left? I really think he had like probably like 2 pieces of hair left, because you ain't see shit after Jonathan was done with him. But anyway,
it's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear.
hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Make sure your post notification bell is turned on so you can be notified when I drop my next videos. So yeah, in today's video we gonna get into Bad Boys LA. Yeah, I remember I think the last episode I did, I don't remember y'all, because I really got tired of sitting here reacting to it, because I actually like reacting to stuff that I actually like reacting to. So it didn't make no sense for me to react to the last couple of episodes because I wasn't feeling them, y'all. But this episode right here, which is episode 9, I was feeling this. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a little review on a reaction, because I got stuff to say. Yeah, I know y'all be tired of my notes and y'all be tired of me looking down and stuff. I don't care, but I have to take my notes because I just have to. But look, it's so much notes, y'all. I gotta bear with me. It's not a lot. I'm gonna break it down, all that. I'm not gonna, like, you know, sound like a robot. I'm trying not to sound like a robot. But yeah, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all give this video a big like. And if y'all want to get into the comments too, y'all can get into the comments and have a discussion among yourself, and I'll probably get commenting too, you never know. But yeah, I'm gonna get straight into this video. So basically, this episode we gonna title it Jonathan versus Rio. Who the fuck is Real? That's all they kept asking, y'all. They kept asking, who is Real? Nobody in the house knew who Real is. Like, everybody kept asking, who is Real? Then they kept calling him Mario. Then they kept calling him. But we gonna get into it. We gonna get to the first scene, right? So Jonathan and Real is fighting over the room, which is Milan's room, aka Milan's room. But it's like, you know, like it's a big room for them to share. But you know, Milan not with it. So it's Jonathan. Okay, so they fighting, right? Okay, I'm gonna explain this scene because this is not something I could really read my notes. But basically in this scene, Jonathan and Real fighting. They getting it on. Jonathan is fucking Real up, no cap. Like, I feel like Jonathan is a bigger person than Real, so he had advantage, a lot of advantage. And Jonathan was actually throwing hands. So I don't know, like he was really beating the shit up out of Real. I might show y'all a little clip or something, or like a picture. But Jonathan and Real's fighting, and Jonathan, like, since I done fucked this nigga up, I done been fucking him up. I'm pulling all his hair out. So I guess he starts pulling all his hair out, bro. And I didn't even realize in the confession, like with the last episode, how he had like all the braids. I'm thinking that's his hair, not his hair, but I'm thinking that's something he styled himself on himself. But in reality, those are all the pieces of the hair that he took out from Real's hair. That shit had me weak. Like, how do you take somebody's hair one by one, piece by piece? Honestly, how many hair I think Real had left? I really think he had like probably like 2 pieces of hair left, because you ain't see shit after Jonathan was done with him. But anyways, y'all, we gonna get off Real's hair. So yeah, so Jonathan and Real fighting over the room. Mind you, Milan pussy ass is in the background. Like, why the fuck y'all fighting? It's so lame. All that extra shit. Mind you, he called his friend for this. I feel like he called his friend just so his friend could fight Jonathan, so he didn't have to fight Jonathan. My opinion. That's what it's given. Because at the end of the day, if you so ready to fight everybody else in the house, why you wasn't so ready to fight Jonathan? Answer that question for me. Just answer that question for me. But you say your legs was hurting, but whatever. You said your legs was hurting with carry-on too, but you still fought carry-on. So, you know, I feel like he pick and choose. So yes, I put Malone as pussy. He's in the background saying that the fight is lame, But I said, why is he saying? I said, oh, how do you call your friend in a situation and have him fighting your battles when it comes to everyone else? You was with the shits. That's what I wrote. I put Jonathan said, so while Jonathan's fighting Real, he looking at Malone like, you next. Malone is backing up. He like, nah, I'm not with it. He don't want no smoke. He don't want to fight Jonathan. None of that shit. So Malone is saying he didn't want to fight due to his leg and stuff like that. Then Jonathan picks up the fire exchange. I can't say that word. Basically, I know the fire thingy, the thing that takes out the fire. Fire extinguisher. I can't say that word. I'm not even gonna play myself. But anyways, that word, I already did play myself. Anyways, that word, which and then Malone started being dramatic, like, oh, y'all letting this nigga pick up a fire thingy. He about to blow down the house, burn us, this and that. Yeah, I thought that was used to put fire out. But he said he had it with a lighter, but still that would still take the fire out because it's a fire extinguisher or whatever. So at the moment like, I don't know, that didn't make no sense to me. So he's like being mad dramatic, saying how Jonathan's trying to burn the house down, this, that, and that. Mind y'all, this is just the beginning, y'all. This is literally the beginning of the episode. So Jonathan is a big guy. He not like fat and everything, but he's just like a bigger guy. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, Jonathan's a big nigga. He jumping all over the place trying to get to Rio. The security is like 4 securities. They could even control him. And I feel like he was with all the shits. He even said his hands was lethal or some shit like that. So Rio's getting dragged. The securities is dragging Rio out the room. He yelling pussy. All he was doing was pulling my hair. This, that, and there. He throwing stuff. I honestly feel like even though Jonathan was pulling his hair, Jonathan was still connected, and Jonathan was still fucking him up low-key. Because at the end of the day, if you see, it's a moment where Jonathan's really on top of him for man long, just pulling his hair one by one by one. So I know at that point he was tired of fucking him up. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna just start pulling your hair. Because, you know, bitches, they start pulling your hair in the beginning. They don't pull it towards the end. But in the beginning, he was connecting, in my opinion. So we literally 6 minutes and 32 seconds into the show, right? Jonathan's getting escorted back into the party. So he bumps into Carry-On, right? He gets escorted back to the party. He bumps into Carry-On. So he's telling Carry-On what happened. Carry-On's telling him, oh, I thought you left, like, blah, 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 this, that, and third. Jonathan like, who gonna pull me out? Who gonna take me out this house? That, and third. So then Jonathan's telling Carry-On what happened. Yeah, Jonathan said, I'm from Texas, Dallas way, Dallas way. That's all he kept saying, Dallas, Texas way. I'm from Texas, Dallas, Texas way, that's and third. So basically the whole episode, nobody knows who Rio is. Everyone is saying, who is Rio? Like, who the fuck is Rio, y'all? Who is Rio? Which is Milan's friend that we know, because we watching, you know, we seeing it. But it's like everybody is just confused, like, who is Rio? Like, that's the question. Who is Rio? Who is Rio? Who is Rio? Who is Rio? Rio's coming downstairs with the security, and he's still going on. He's still a little bit tight, because, you know, when you lose, you still gonna be a little tight, and you still gonna get your licks in. So he's still a little bit tight. Jonathan chilling, because he won. And Jonathan in the kitchen, while Jonathan's telling them the story, he keeps switching up his Rio's name to calling him Mario, this, that, and third. So at this point, now everybody starts calling Rio Mario, because Carry-On at one point started calling Rio Mario, and it's just like like one person, it's like telephone, like when one person says something, then the next person gonna say it, but they gonna say it how they want to say it, whatever. Like, not telephone, I don't know. So they fighting again. Rio got beat up 2 times, and I feel like he literally lost every fight. So they fought downstairs again. They let them fight downstairs in the living room. No, not the living room, but like by like the stairs or some shit like that. So basically we 9 minutes. I'm gonna show you that part too. I'm gonna show you the part when they fought, which is 9 minutes and 48 seconds into the show. I'm gonna just show you a little 5-second clip so you can see real quick. And they literally in the corner at this point hugging each other. They're not letting go. Security's on top of both of them, and Rio snatches Jonathan's chain. So at this point I feel like they was in the corner. They wasn't really, you couldn't really see anything. All you really seen was the other people watching them, which was Anthony and the other people that was in the room. They was just looking at them, and then you could see the security and stuff. And then I think you heard somebody in the background screaming like, oh, why they take it so long? Like, I guess because the security wasn't really breaking it up. So that's really what that scene, you didn't really see much. And then after that, Jonathan had got up. They both had got up and stuff. Rio's friend, so basically after that happened, Rio walks outside. They separating them. Jonathan's still in the crib. Rio walks outside. Rio's friend is in his ears talking about how Jonathan rushed him. But I feel like they both squared up in that point, so I didn't get how he got rushed. But that's his opinion. So I'm gonna show you guys scene 11:11 just because I need y'all to see this real quick. So basically, guys, it's just chaos at this point. It's just chaos. They letting Jonathan know his chain is missing. Jonathan is pissed because he knows his chain is missing. Rio screaming, I took your chain, bitch. Jonathan screaming, I'm in my bag. It's a whole lot going on. Da, da, da. It's just a whole lot going on, y'all. It's just matched. Like, it's just... At this point, it was just a lot of shit going on. So Rio's... I feel like Rio was involved in somebody else's drama, which was Milan's drama in the first place, because Milan and Jonathan was fighting over the room, and then Milan calls Rio. And then Rio just get put into everything. And Rio doesn't even know what's going on at this point. He don't even know why he's fighting Jonathan. I don't even think him and Jonathan know each other at this point. So Rio's like, oh, and I feel like it's fucked up how Milan didn't help him either. And that's why I say watch out for your friends, because you never know. People who call you friends and all that extra shit, don't matter what it is, bro. This, that. People with that watch you get beat up or watch you get jumped. Like, you cannot trust nobody. And Milan is literally somebody you cannot trust, because even though Rio felt like he could hold his own, at the end of the day, it's still your friend. Why would you ever have your friend in a situation like that? You get what I'm saying? People are just fucked up in the head, honestly. But So Real is saying a whole lot of crazy shit. So I'm gonna beep this part out because this is really crazy. But he really said this, y'all. He said, Real said, I don't even know who the. So to me, that's a hate speech. I don't like people call people the F word. So at the end of the day, I didn't respect that. I felt like he could have called him anything but that word. You feel me? So like, I don't like that. So real didn't care that Milan didn't jump in, but I feel like it's about the principle. Like I said, it's always about the principle. Everything is about the principle. Milan called the cops, y'all. He called the cops. This nigga called the fucking cops. This nigga called the cops. How do you call the cops to bad boys? A bad boy's house. How do you? I'm so confused. That part had me baffled, y'all. I really felt like I was so mad because I'm like, yo, I hate when people do that when they feel like that's the last thing they gotta. Not hate when people do that, because sometimes you do come to a situation where you do have to call those people. But if it's a situation where you know you can handle, and there's other people there, there's crew there, there's mad people there, I didn't get that part. That part had me weak, and I have so much to say about this, but it's like at the end of the day, it's just like whatever. It's like in that moment he felt like he felt like he needed to call the cops, so he called the cops because he had no control. So yeah, I'm just like, we don't do that shit. We really don't. So I don't know. The police showing up to me was just, I even felt awkward watching that scene. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this. So yeah, the cops showed up, and it's about 10 of them. They doing a walkthrough. Like, this whole scene just made me feel awkward, and I'm here like, Milan really called the cops, like literally watching this scene like, what the hell. So yeah, Milan said he don't believe in jumping or bullying, but did both already. So in my eyes, he believes in getting his friends set up or put it in a messed up situation. So yeah, how you don't believe in bullying, all that extra shit, but you done did all that in the house? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. He met his match. That's the problem, yeah. He met his fucking match. That's the motherfucking problem. Milan wants to talk to Jonathan in a private room. I put Milan is scary. Milan is fucking scary. So yeah, after the police made their rounds, the house went back to partying mode. They was chilling for now. They turned, y'all. They having fun, ass everywhere, money everywhere, all this, that, music, this, that, and the third, that. Anthony is happy. So then they show a scene of Anthony and Jonathan, and Anthony's confessional. He's saying how he's happy he didn't get in the middle of it because they both happen to be his friend. Jonathan said he needs to get his hands and nah, Jonathan had me weak. Jonathan said, I can't be funny none of y'all bitches. I gotta get my hands ready for Beyonce. Bro, that shit had me weak. So yeah, they putting Jonathan in a hotel again, and I feel like at this point they playing with him, because it's like, if y'all gonna really keep putting him in a hotel, I feel like they was doing that in Bad Girls Club too, but in Bad Girls Club they really put you in a hotel. They felt like that was like the last option. With Bad Boys Club, I just feel like they just been sending not everybody to hotel, but they just been sending people to hotel like off bad. Like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to give it time, let's say, you know, amp up the this and third, and then send people to hotels. But they kept sending him to hotels. At this point, I know he was tired of it. He like, you know, what's the point of me being on this show? Like, that's what it was giving me. So yeah, so we at 22 minutes and 32 seconds now. I'm gonna show you a little screen record real quick. So yeah, Jonathan is beating Real up with a chair, y'all. He is beating Real up with a chair. This is the next day, y'all. He's beating Real up with a motherfucking chair. Because I guess that night when they was fighting, Real had hit him with a chair too. No, he hit him with a table, yeah. It was a scene where he tried to throw a whole fucking table at him. So now I see why Jonathan did that shit. Because I felt that. I'm not gonna hold you. So Jonathan is beating Real up with a chair. He's literally chasing him around with a chair in the front yard. So Milan is saying how he's wishing he was downstairs when all this happened. Real was getting beat up while Real was getting beat up. For what? So you could do nothing and call the cops? Or look at your friend get beat up? Like, I don't get it. I don't get why Milan got so hyped up and crazy about the situation. Or he felt like him being there was gonna make the situation different. I feel like the situation would have still turned out that way. Probably worse, because Jonathan would probably been fighting both of them niggas and probably beat both of them niggas up. Or both of them niggas probably would have had to jump him, because but then Gutta and all of them was standing outside, so they was not gonna let Jonathan get jumped. Sorry, I don't know. So yeah, so Real got 3 hits and his hands was leaking. He got hit 3 times, and then when they show the next scene, they show his hand leaking. It was like leaking from here. It was leaking a little bit, nothing too crazy, but it was still leaking, like you seen the blood and everything. So yeah, Jonathan said he out, he done with this show. He not with the show no more. He not with it. Like all that extra shit was not for him. I felt like they did him kind of, you know, they wasn't giving him a chance. And I feel like the reason he didn't get a chance is because that little stupid room situation. And the crazy thing is, he was with it to share. He wasn't even with it to fight about it. It's just Milan didn't want to share the room. So it's like at the end of the day, I don't know. So yeah, he said they not bad boys, that he's signing out. They not ready for him. Like, y'all heard him. Y'all not bad boys. In my eyes too, I'm not gonna hold y'all fake kind of agree. Except for Relly and Gutta. And who else? Relly, Gutta, Jonathan. That's really all I could really think of right now. Yeah, those are really my favorites too, Relly and Gutta. My 2 favorites right now. Well, it's been my 2 favorites since the show started. So yeah, so Milan is screaming because he don't understand how this happened, blah 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 blah. Y'all, let me tell you a real definition of backdoor. Gutta is a real definition of a backdoor nigga. And mind you, not saying that's the bad thing, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, I don't know, it depends who you backdooring. So basically, he backdoored this nigga. He backdoored Rio. Gutta sent the job to Jonathan. Jonathan called not Rio. Jonathan called Gutta, asking Gutta who at the crib. You know, who there? Blah, blah. Gutta saying, you know, this Mexican looking nigga, this, that, and the third. He's saying, who this Mexican nigga back in the third, this skinny Mexican nigga. And he like, for real? Jonathan like, for real? Alright, friend, I'm gonna see you later. So Gutta's like, alright, friend, I'm gonna see you. So boom, before Jonathan and Gutta even see each other, Jonathan sees Rio and starts fighting Rio. So basically, Gutta sent the drop, letting Jonathan know who the fuck was at the house. Which I'm not mad about that, because Gutta is Gutta. Like, Gutta's not in the middle of none of that shit. It's like at the end of the day, Rio was gonna get his ass beat regardless, because I feel like Jonathan just leaving and not getting a chance to stay in the house kind of really had him, he was plotting all night type shit. Like, they had him plotting all night. So he came back and started beating this nigga with a chair. So Rio got head clock. So this is how I feel like this is how it was happening.
He tried to move the chair in front of him when they was fighting. Jonathan picked that motherfucking chair up and got the boom, 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 boom. The boy said, ah. He got the running.
Getting head clock the whole fucking time. And he was really trying to control it. But it's like, at the same time, how can you control somebody hitting you with a chair? You can't control that. So the fire department came. I'm guessing Milan called them, y'all. I'm guessing. Big guess. Milan called them. So Milan is telling them what happened. I mean, he's snitching, y'all. He's snitching. Milan is snitching. Milan is snitching. Nobody knows. Yo, everybody in the confession is like, the ambulance. No, how do you say it? The ambulance. No, like the way they said it. I'm gonna put a record of Mula saying it. Because that's how they was all saying it, literally. And yeah, the police is there again. Twice. This is the second time the police is there, bro. Second time. So the police is there. Milan is snitching. Real getting stitched up. And he getting taken to the hospital, and he getting shot because I guess Jonathan bit him, and he getting stitched up and everything. So they taking him to the hospital. I feel like when you're fighting somebody, everything up. I don't care if I'm biting you, everything up. Because you want to fight me for what? And you think I'm going to take it easy on you? Everything up. I don't care if you're biting. Well, I wouldn't bite somebody because you never know where somebody got. But it's like, at the same time, if I'm in a fighting mood, everything up. I don't care. Like, I bitches be like, don't pull my hair. I'm pulling your hair. I'm pulling every one of your fucking hair. Like, I don't care. That's just me in general, my opinion. Like, when you fighting everything up, except for that spitting shit. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That spitting shit fake nasty. You feel me? You gotta only do that to people, you know. If I spit on you, I'm gonna really have to beat your ass, like, on some shit. Like, I'm gonna have to beat your ass. But whatever. But yeah, so Milan is watching the video, and he sees Rio and Gutta. And that had him thinking, like, okay, so if Rio and Gutta's outside, why didn't they come inside and call me? Because that had nothing to do with you. It wasn't your fight. Just like how last night wasn't your fight, this wasn't your fight. So yeah, he see them recording. You can see Gutta in the video of the camera shit. He's recording on his phone, because Gutta was the only one that caught a clip. And I guess the police too, when they came and they showed this nigga the clip. I guess the whole house. I don't know. Honestly, Zeus didn't have the clip because it happened so quick to the point that they got it off the iPhone, or they got it off of security footage or some shit. I don't know, some shit like that. But it's like, bro, yeah, everything happened off camera, but Gutter was still recording, thank God, and he caught it. So yeah, Milan is he's just questioning this whole situation. He's tight, he's being dramatic, he's screaming about it, he's this, that, and the third. He's saying that his friend is bleeding, dramatic, that, whatever. So I feel like Milan is not a bad boy, because if you're a bad boy, why are you calling the cops? Why are you snitching? You're not a bad boy. I feel like your bad boy just got taken the fuck away from you. Once you did that shit, no. But yeah, y'all, Real got backdoored. He got backdoored, and it's okay. All right, so we 30 minutes into the show, y'all. I'm about to really end this because it's gonna be a long video. So yeah, so Relly, Carrie on Gutter, they under the blanket talking about what happened. Gutter like, I plead the fifth, cause Gutter know what he did. Gutter like, I plead the fifth. He not trying to talk about it, cause he gave the drop on Real, y'all. He gave the drop on Real. So yeah, Gutter's explaining the chair part. I'm gonna let Gutter explain the chair part to y'all, because the chair part was mad funny. I'm gonna let Gutter. So Gutter said Real is a Cabbage Patch doll by the head. So Gutter said Real. I'm fucking weak. Gutter was saying how Real is a Cabbage Patch doll by the head, and Jonathan is Caesar from Planet of the Apes, banging on hoes up and down, keeping them in check. Gutter loves how Jonathan is young, fresh, and real. He's a real bitch, so you know Gutter fuck with real people. So Gutter gonna automatically agree with anything that Jonathan got going on. So basically, all this started because of Room, y'all. All this fucking started because of a room. And Relly made a good point. He said they not paying no rent, no mortgage, no this, no that, no this, that. Why y'all fighting over a room? Why are y'all fighting over a room? But it's like at the same time, Jonathan didn't even want to fight over the room. It was Milan making it a big issue, because he was like, oh, I don't share rooms with niggas. I don't look this, that, that. So yeah, so they're talking, and at this point, Karen's calling Real Mario, this, that, and the third. Like I told you, they still don't know who this nigga is. They're all unclear why this nigga is even in the house. Y'all, I'm gonna get to that scene, because I just peeped. Karen and Gutter. I feel like Karen and Gutter low-key. Only on the show, though. I don't think now they probably got something. Probably not in real life, because now I think Karen's arrested or some shit. But they were saying how I think Raul asked Gutter, Karen, if he gonna keep talking to if he gonna keep hanging out with Gutter after the show, and Karen said they gonna make some music, and Gutter got and then he goes into saying how Gutter got a bunch of hoes. Why do you care if Gutter got a bunch of hoes? Okay, whatever. But yeah, so Gutter said you got the hoes and a couple of bad BBL bitches and a gay one, referring to Carrie on when Karen was walking away. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it at that, y'all, because I really don't know what's going on with their relationship. They didn't get into it at all, so I don't know. So yeah, Curtis and Dylan's having a conversation. This nigga Dylan is here walking barefoot. Yeah, remember how I just told y'all Real is automatically just came out of nowhere. So Real didn't bring no suitcase, he didn't have no clothes, no this, none of that there. So now I'm thinking about it when I'm peeping. When Real was fighting Jonathan and he went to go change his shoes, or he went to go do something with his shoes, he went through somebody's suitcase. And that was Dylan's suitcase, y'all. So when in this scene they show Dylan and Curtis talking, and Dylan is barefoot, and Dylan is telling Curtis how somebody went through his bag and stole one of his 2 shoes. The first thing that came into my head is, why the fuck did you come with 2 shoes, Dylan? Like, you should have came with more. Not like, why just 2 shoes? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyways, past that part, I think Real was the one who, in my opinion, I don't know, I don't know if it's true, but I think Real was the one that went into Dylan's bag and stole his shoes in that moment, because he was fighting, he wasn't thinking, and he just probably seen a random bag and just went through it. So I had found that really crazy and funny, because Dylan is really stupid. Like, this nigga was really walking outside barefoot in the grass with no shoes. Like, nigga, go get your shoes. If you don't go get your fucking shoes, like, he is something else. Dylan is something else. So yeah, him and Curtis is talking about it. They get into what happened. Curtis is putting Dylan on, because I guess Dylan didn't really hear much. And I like the one thing too, I like how Curtis was like, don't call me girl. Like, you could talk to other niggas like that, but don't call me girl. But another thing is, I like how Curtis is getting comfortable to the point where he could be just around them by himself. Like, his sexuality is not getting in the way of anything. Like, he's more open. Like, he's even closer with Gutter. Like, the fact that you see little scenes like that showing you, like, maybe you won't see scenes like that with Moolah too, because it's like Moolah, you don't really see scenes like that where it's just him and them by themselves. So it's like at the end of the day, I feel like Curtis is really getting out his sexuality. He's learning things. He knows how to move now when it comes to certain like people, you get what I'm saying? So we finally at the end, yeah. We finally at the end. Whew. Let me take a breather. I feel like I was talking for like man. So yeah, we finally at the end, y'all. And they showing them at the fire pit. They all gather around at the fire pit. They about to have a little group meeting. Then oh, excuse me. Then Malone and Real walks out. And you could feel like the energy off. They all looking at who this nigga, like what the fuck. And Malone really said it's weird because he don't understand why Real is here. Nobody understand why Real is here. Why is Real here? Why is Real here? Why is Real here? So Malone formally introduces Real to the house, and all you see is the episode finish. Relly's eyes is like this, like what the fuck, like, and my eyes is giving. Now you want to introduce this nigga after everything that just been done and happening, and who was you gonna talk to about this? You was just gonna make this decision by this decision by yourself, like, you know, like little stuff like that. Honestly, y'all, I really want y'all to comment in the comment section. What is the most pettiest shit? What is the most pettiest shit y'all fought over? Cause this is all because of a room. What is the most pettiest shit y'all ever fought over? Let me know right now in the comment section down below. What is the pettiest shit y'all ever fought over? And honestly, somebody answer for me. Why is Real there? Let me stop, y'all. I'm just playing. Anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give this a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all post notification bells turned on to all so you can be notified when I post my next video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. This probably will be the last time of me doing a reaction video to Bad Boys LA anyways, because ain't really shit going on. But you know, they just fighting over rooms, y'all. They some bad boys, but they fighting over room, y'all. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Later, y'all.
Get away, chase beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is